Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Lugness Monster. Today we're going to be reviewing the Star Wars The Black Series Gaming Greats Republic Commando RC-1262, or better known as Scorch. So this is the first member of Delta Squad in the plastic-free packaging, which is a little unfortunate because it means the packaging doesn't match the rest of Delta Squad, but I do have to say I really love how this box looks. I know a lot of people hate on the plastic-free, but this looks pretty cool. I'll have to give them that. I also absolutely love the artwork on the side here. It does look incredible. Love how Scorch looks. Flipping around to the back, we do have that same I guess that same 3D render here on the back as well, looking great. You can pause and read the bio if you would like. This is number 18 in the Gaming Greats line. I think it's interesting they have like this kind of glossy coat on some of this stuff, but the actual box is a matte finish, so I like that effect. It's a nice, cool thing that they have here. And we also do have an actual pretty much diagram of everything that comes with it. So we have the figure with the size as well as the blaster. So pretty cool. And then of course some legal plastic-free jumbo. So let's go ahead, crack this guy open, and take a closer look. Alrighty, so we have Black Series Scorch out of the package, and I gotta say, this guy looks incredible. I think by far he's the best looking commando that we have in the line so far. Yeah, he just really does look incredible, from the paint apps to all the extra molding and sculpting that went into this figure. He does look truly incredible. So yeah, really love how this one came out. Let's go ahead, take him off of the spinny stand, and take a closer look at everything this guy has to offer. Alrighty, so taking a closer look at Scorch here, he does look incredible. I absolutely love the paint apps on this guy, and the paint apps is where this guy really shines. I love the amount of paint they included on him, from the mix of the yellow and gray with the little accents of blue here and there. It just looks incredible, and by far he has the most paint of all of the commandos, and it really like improves this figure for sure. I also do really love all of the extra detail that went into the blaster here. They did give him, of course, the heavy artillery attachment version of the commando blaster, which I really love. I think out of all of the commandos, he deserves it the most. He's obviously the demolitions expert, so he definitely needs the heavy artillery blaster, and it looks great. The little accents of gray here as well as the white. The paint apps on it are great. Biggest problem is that it is unfortunately just underscaled. For example, here is a resin printed 2-scale version of the blaster, and you can definitely see the size difference of them here. This one is just underscaled, and I think it looks alright with him, but some of the other commando blasters, they all have the same problem, and it's just unfortunate. These are really big, bulky commandos, and then you give them little itty-bitty tiny guns, and it kind of just ruins that scary, big, bulky effect of the commandos. And then, of course, we gotta talk about the extra attachments that this guy comes with. He obviously does have this, I guess, thigh strap apparatus, which I love. That's one thing with this figure that I really needed them to include, and I'm really glad they did, because it just adds so much to the figure, definitely makes him look bigger and bulkier. Same with the backpack here, too. Scorch is the only one with this type of backpack, and it's a big part of his character, so I'm really glad they decided to include this backpack. It adds to the bulkiness, it makes him look really cool, and it kind of sets him apart from the other commandos, so I'm really glad they went out of their way to make a new mold for that backpack, because it looks incredible. It's some of the things that some of the other commandos just didn't really do good on, where they kind of just used that hunter mold and reused the boss, and then didn't give him any of the bonus little attachments, and they went ahead and they went all out on Scorch, and that's what I love about it, because it looks great. Anyway, first up, we're going to look at articulation. So he does have a ball joint at the head, only one, not two, I believe. Oh no, he does have two. He has one at the neck where like the helmet meets the neck, and he has another one where the neck meets the body. So he does have two ball joints there, giving him a lot of articulation. He also does have butterfly joints. I believe they are very slim, not doing too much justice, which is unfortunate, but the arm can go all the way around, and the shoulder pad does come with it. It is on like a little O-ring in there. And speaking of which, if I don't bend his arm the wrong way, his arm can go all the way up into like a T-pose, which is pretty cool. And then, of course, he does get well past 90 at the elbows. Good articulation there for sure. He does have another ball joint at the ab area, which I do love. Looking at the legs, can kick up about that far. After that, the leg kind of starts to get in the way. You can twist it to get it higher up, but then, of course, the leg's kind of crooked. So, I mean, if you want to get him into like a kneeling position, you can like this, but unfortunately, the knee pad is sideways whenever that's the case, which is unfortunate. But speaking of knees, of course, get well past 90 at the knee. Does have pivots and rockers at the ankles. So really solid articulation. That's one thing that the Hunter body has, is just really, really good articulation. That's one thing that a lot of people kind of overlook. And of course, we do have all of Delta Squad. What would Scorch be without the rest of his squad? Obviously, we do have Fixer, Sev, and Boss here, looking incredible. I love Delta Squad altogether here. It really, really looks great. And I gotta say, out of all of these, they all are really, really good. They all stand out pretty well. I think the worst one out of the 4 has got to be Sev. And unfortunately, I think that's just because they based him a lot off of the like Clone Wars design and off of like fan art online rather than what he actually looked like in the game. And unfortunately, I think he just came out the worst out of all of them. So I'll probably do a full Commando comparison video at some point, but out of all of these, I think Scorch is the best and Sev is the worst. So yeah, I'm just really glad we finally have all of Delta Squad. Here, I'm going to adjust my camera a little bit, but yeah, really happy that we do have them all. I know if you asked me a year and a half ago if we were going to have Delta Squad in the line, I would have said no, absolutely not. So this is a huge surprise to me that we finally got them all, and I'm really, really happy we do because they are all incredible. Next up for comparisons, we do have my personal custom Commander Gregor on the right, and we do have one that was sent to me, a custom Sev on the left. Both are looking amazing, and honestly, I think Scorch fits in here pretty well next to the two. Whenever I talk about Scorch being skinny and the Commandos on like the Hunter body being undersized, this is what I mean, obviously compared to the realistic armor version on the left with Sev. He's much skinnier, much, I don't want to say wimpier, but definitely not as bulky, and it definitely shows when you compare the two, but honestly, I'm okay with it. I think they went off more of that Bad Batch Clone Wars design, and for what it is, I think it works. As an animated character figure, it works just fine. As a, like, replica to the game, not as much, but I think I'm okay with that. I've talked to Eric in an interview, and he basically said that they were specifically designed after the Clone Wars design, so with that in mind, it makes sense. And then last up for comparisons, we do have some battle droids. Now, unfortunately, we do not have the Republic Commando battle droid here yet. It's already been announced, and actually, I just got my GameStop email confirmation saying that it has shipped, but it won't be here in time for this review, which is unfortunate, so make sure you go check out that review next Friday. It should be out. I'll be reviewing the Republic Commando battle droid, but yeah, unfortunately, it is not in this one, but we do have the heavy battle droid from Battlefront 2 on the right, as well as the standard battle droid on the left. Both are looking good, and I know Sev fights a lot of battle droids, so I thought it was pretty fitting to include them. But, you know, I have a hard time seeing Delta Squad fighting separatists without having any super battle droids, and that's what we really need. We need some super battle droids. So come on, Hasbro, make some super battle droids. But yeah, overall, I love how this guy came out. Paint apps are good, articulation is great, the extra little molded accessories are incredible, and even the blaster looks nice as well. So overall, I'm giving him a 5 out of 5. I know that everybody's going to complain about the Hunter body, but I think it's alright. I think it gets the job done, and I don't think we would have got Commandos in the line without it. So I'm fine with it, and I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. So if you guys disagree, comment down below what you would have given it, but I think this is by far the best member of Delta Squad we have in the line, and I'm probably going to be doing a full like Commando comparison video here in a week or two, so make sure to stick around for that if you do want to see a full in-depth comparison. But yeah, overall, I love this figure. 5 out of 5 for sure. I suggest it to anybody who's a Clone fan, Republic Commando fan, or fan just looking for a really, really good Black Series figure. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.